you're listening to the Mackay T Show podcast. Here are your hosts, Brian Mackay and T Davis.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mackay T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mackay T Show.
Welcome back to the Mackay T Show podcast. Yes, as always, and from here on, henceforth and going forward, I will always be known as Emmy Award nominee Brian Mackay, and I am with. Yeah, I know I threw you off because I usually do it at the end, but you know.
I was like, "What we doing? When did this start? And when I am with what?"
But anyway, so we're here. I'm here.
See, you getting too big for your britches.
You're Emmy Award nominee Brian Mackay, and here with T Davis, and this is the Mackay T Show podcast season finale episode. We'll just be gone for a few weeks, people, just so I can get some things done. Like I said last week, you know, I'm off to win an Emmy. And visit the Wizard of Oz and all that. I'm off to see the Wizard.
Lord have mercy. This is hilarious, y'all.
Yeah, no place like home. Anyway,
when I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, I just live it up. I'm like D-Wade. I just live it up there, and I know it's coming. Yes. So let's kick it off with a little. We're not really gonna have anything to recap about the draft, other than just to say that it came and went.
But no, I want to say something.
Okay, what you got?
First of all, I was so happy we didn't get Mac Jones. We, as in 49er fan people. I was like, if we get Mac Jones, I'm gonna just probably have to drop out. And I don't lead teams. I ride when they bad, good, and ugly. But I was just like, bro, if y'all think this dude better than these other cats, something ain't right. Especially with the offense that you run. Now, Mac Jones is gonna fit perfectly in what Patriots land want to do. Stand in the pocket, make short passes, and let the receivers do the work. So that's a good fit for him. Chicago interested to see what they do with Mr. Fields.
Yes.
Because the people in Chicago apparently been waiting to have a decent quarterback. So it should be fun. Pitts went to the Falcons.
Pitts is on what might be the scariest offense in the league if they all stay healthy.
Yeah, you got them nice receivers. You can't cover everything. You got to give up something.
Julio and Calvin Ridley on the receiving core. You got Kyle Pitts up the middle, and Matt Ryan. Man, Matt Ryan can go back to looking like a.
If they offensive line and they kind of way good, it ain't gonna be fun to defend them.
Now they ain't gonna be able to guard nobody because the defense was terrible last year, and it's.
They better put up a bunch of points. That's all I can say. See, that should be fun. Hold on. One more person I wanted to. I don't know if did Kyle Trask get drafted?
He did, and I was just sitting here thinking, wow.
Because I know Tony got drafted, and I was like, I think he went to Pittsburgh. I was like, that's a good.
Yes, Tampa Bay. Kyle went to Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's a nice backup for and get to learn from the man.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah, Thomas.
Yes.
So that should be good for him and Tony, the little scat back. I don't know what you call him. I don't know what they call him. He's not really a scat back. He kind of the all-purpose guy. You throw it to him and let him watch him work like a video game. But anyway,
he went to Pittsburgh.
I think it was Pittsburgh that he got drafted by. I feel really confident that that's what it was. Let's see, I know y'all got the draft stuff.
New York Giants.
He went to the Giants?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I don't know where I got
I don't know. I
Pittsburgh.
missed that pick because I don't remember him getting drafted. That was in the first round.
Yeah,
That
he
was
got drafted in the first round. I don't know why I thought it was the Lord. I don't made him a Steeler.
mm,
Well, I was hoping that you went to somebody good. Unfortunately, well, New York ain't that good. Sorry, Tony. Kadarius, I was trying to put you on a better team. Oops. Yeah, so did any of the Rebels go somewhere?
Elijah Moore was drafted in like the second pick of the second round to the New York Jets. We had a Royce Newman, offensive lineman, drafted somewhere in the fourth round, I believe. And the only other player I remember is he wasn't drafted, but he was quickly signed. You know how they sign people right after the draft. The tight end Kenny Yeboah was signed by the New York Jets, so we got two on the Jets. So,
Okay.
and they're doing a whole restructuring, so they got new quarterback, the boy from, I think from BYU. So the Jets should be young and
JETS, just. All right.
they should be interesting to watch being young. And I'm telling you, Jacksonville with Slick Urban, they got some young
Lord.
pieces.
They got the top rated quarterback.
Yes, and then they got the other
And then they got
receiver from Clemson.
the Florida tight end. Timothy Tebow.
Yes, we definitely fixing to get into that. But
Oh,
the
Lord.
number one topic that just overshadowed the draft was Aaron
Oh
Rodgers.
yeah. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is relocating.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers wants to he wants to relocate, but they're not letting him.
Let me tell you, when I heard that news, I was like, 49ers, make the call. Forget
Man,
these
what?
young kids, make the call.
Yes.
Because he still got it in him.
I'm gonna
Make
be
the
honest with
call.
you. I would even trade the boy the third pick. I
I would
would
have
even
said, y'all
trade
can have
him.
the third grid pick. Y'all can have Bosa. The problem is they had already traded so much
I
to
know.
get to the third pick. But I'd have been like, yeah. Since they want defensive pieces over there, I would have gave Bosa away and that third pick and a future whatever pick to get him. But
Yeah, that's
it's rumors that the Broncos might wind up with.
I don't know. John Elway has he got one quarterback right in his tenure, and that was Peyton, and that just fell into his lap because what you call it, didn't want Peyton anymore.
Yeah, Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, um, this it. Well, we're a long way from football, but it should be interesting to
Yeah,
see how it
I
falls
just
out
want to
and
know.
where he winds up. Because allegedly he willing to retire.
Yeah, because you know he's got a lot of endorsements and things like that. He could definitely
Yeah,
retire comfortably.
like a good neighbor. I need to
Mm.
stay on commercial.
Yeah, and he took over for I think a couple episodes of Jeopardy, so that could be in his future.
So
I I I'm of the camp. If someone is disgruntled, as apparently he is, just do everyone a favor. And then the situation in Houston is different because I think Watson is fixing to get investigated and maybe investigated out of the league. I hate to
I
say
don't
that.
know. It's been too quiet. There ain't nothing happening. It seems like way this been a whole. He don't made it through a whole spring, and it's just been hearsay. He said, she said, they said, I heard. The NFL and they ain't really launched nothing that we heard of officially saying they investigating it. It's been all on the low. So I'm curious to see what happens with that.
Yeah, that's definitely something else to watch. But you already brought it up, so let's jump right into it. Couple of days, probably like a day or two before the draft, the report was out there that Tim Tebow had reached out to the Jacksonville Jaguars about a tight end position. And, of course, that just leads everybody to, oh, all the sports people, they love to talk about Tebow, first of all. And second, they love to just almost make fun of players when this is what they've been wanting from Tim all along. But like you and you had told me when I brought this to your attention the other day, who is anyone to tell somebody what they should or should not be? If he wanted to play quarterback, he had every right to try and be a quarterback.
Right, he was good at it in college. So
Yeah.
there's nothing. See, this is what I think people forget. These young men and women are starting to act the same kind of way. I don't know that women were normally this kind of way, but they've been told how great they are at all their careers, and I mean, they've been told how great they are at this position all that time, and now you're gonna tell them no, they ain't good at it, and think they gonna listen? No. You talk to these guys be out here playing pickup, you'll swear they think they the next Curry or Ja Morant or somebody. I could play in the league. They be talking crazy. You be like, do you really believe that? And they really believe that they that good. It's the reason you playing at the Rose Garden Park, at the Run and Shoot over there in Lincoln Park. Like, it's the reason you playing in these places.
Yeah, and also Tim was great in college, but who's to say if someone would have catered their game plan, catered their offensive approach to his needs, he could have been just as good in the NFL.
Right. If somebody had been willing to do what they did for the Ravens guy and went on ahead and let him run,
Yeah.
and did it won't work. It ain't gonna work. Well, and now he ain't gotta be as fast as he's strong and he big and he know how to run that. And I don't care how grown you are, you still got to be disciplined and paying attention to what that ball is and isn't and all that movement. Because we seen how nice, going back to the 49ers, when they were rolling, when they was doing all that shifting and motion, and it was a sight to see how they had people on the edge and be like, oh, don't rush too hard because he might pull it out and throw it, or don't pay too much attention to Kittle's over here doing a shift because it's a trick. So who knows? We'll never know now because he'll tight end.
It's going to be interesting. I know as of
Right.
yesterday, Urban said that they were definitely going to revisit this in the near future. So,
Right. Do you think is he gonna be a blocking tight end or balance? You know how the game will be a receiving, blocking, or balance. Cause I don't know that he can catch. Like I told you before, quarterbacks don't normally catch balls. The other guy catch them and hand them to him.
yeah, and I mean, like you said when we talked about this off air, if nothing else, he's going to be a great locker room person for a bunch of
He's gonna
young
be fine
kids.
for the locker room for the young bucks.
Yes, so somebody definitely that they can all lean to and learn from. So, yeah,
That's if
I
they
think it's
want to.
nothing but a
These
positive.
young people, they something else nowadays. They might be like, you got to going on with all that God and Jesus stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he necessarily pushes that, but like that's who he is. So we'll see.
Side note, did you see, since we talking about Jacksonville, did you see Barstool had brought out his lookalike, that girl that looks like him, Trevor Lawrence? They brought her to Jacksonville and had her posing as him at different places.
That's a shame. No, I ain't seen that. That's a shame. Y'all got to stop talking about long hair Goldilocks.
Yes, we're moving right along here on our season finale episode. NBA, LeBron and the Lakers continue to unravel as the season comes down to an end. And
so this is what I'll say, Brian. I'm gonna stop you right there. They're not unraveling. They're just not good.
bad choice of words, but yes.
Like they not. It ain't like they was doing so marvelous and just injury late, and Davis is just not good. I mean, I don't know. We got a championship out of it, but that may be all we get out of this all trading our whole team in New Orleans. And then LeBron go down. The wheels just kept falling off. Now, the other guy, the little point guard, I don't think he that good, personally, but now he in protocol, which means he dealing with some COVID or something. And every time they get somebody, they get hurt or wind up in protocol. Go ahead. They not really unraveling. They just not good.
Yeah.
And somebody else ain't
Church
figured that out.
But no, LeBron in his post game presser was asked about, his thoughts, because in all likelihood they will probably wind up in the play-in situation unless they wind up winning a few more games here toward the end.
They ain't finna win no playoff.
So
let's see who they got below them. Yeah, they gonna wind up playing the Grizzlies.
he was asked his opinion on the play-in game, and his exact words, I think, were something of the fact that whoever come up with that, and he
garbage
needs to be fired. Yeah, and this is echoing what T has already said on previous episodes. It's just no need for it. I mean, last year it was good because you had a pause in the season. You wanted to have a true playoff where everyone had a chance to make it.
Yeah, you wanted to get 7, 8, 9, or 6, whatever they did. You wanted to give them a chance to say, okay, well, we might have been able to make a run at the end of the year to move up into the 8th spot. Considering you didn't have the opportunity, okay, let's have a play-in and you can settle it that way. It's no reason to do that now. They played 70-something games. It is what it is. If you number 8, you play number 1. So the Lakers will be playing the Suns. That would be. I wouldn't want to be the Suns, or actually, right now the Grizzlies would be playing the Suns. The Jazz would be playing the Lakers. And guess the Clippers would get the Mavericks if it was normal. But what are they playing into? You playing into what? The 6? Are they having only the top 6 now or something?
You're playing for the bottom 2, the 7, 8 seeds.
Well, the 7, 8 play for the 7, 8 seed.
I think that's basically what it boils down to. You're I think it's 6, 7, 8, 9, and whoever wins the 6, 9 game, I think automatically is the 6th seed or 7. I don't know. It's so confusing.
See, it's just stupid. You can't explain it. Stupid. Just let whoever finishes in a spot be you 8. You got the 8 seed. We could squash all this if y'all went on to the top 16 teams.
Yes.
Like the women. We wouldn't even be here. We just had a top 16 teams, and here we go. True number 1 play last 16, true 16. Tie goes to whoever won 8 games, because all the teams play each other at least twice.
Right.
Another tie, what do? They go to the points. That's how they do in college. Somewhere they do it like that. So it when y'all did play, who won the most points or something like that. Like, so if we won and y'all won, then how much did we beat y'all by? Well, y'all won by 10, we won by 15. We break the tie with that.
This is definitely gonna be an interesting playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't make it out of the first round, Bernie.
And is it all
possible? Because they look like hot garbage. And I ain't even see the game, but I just know that they ain't looking no better. If my cousin, what you doing? You gonna talk about some urgency and you had 9 points last night?
Yeah, he
no, excuse me, 12 points and 9 rebounds. What? And this was your opportunity. The Lakers LeBron's supposed to be passing it. He can't give you no keys to nothing. You ain't ready to drive a thing.
Not at all.
So,
Yeah.
Plinko, you messed up. You should have got Kyle Lowry and gave them whatever that Talon Horton Tucker. He's not that good. There's nothing about him that said until he learn how to shoot, he's just gonna be a solid backup player. He got the same moves. He's aggressive. I like that. When he come in, he be trying to score, but he not that good. Not when you could have got Kyle Lowry, who dropped 37 and 11 assists on y'all last night. So,
well,
it'll be fun to watch the rest of the games. The Suns out there, they interesting to look at.
They are a lot of fun, and I'm sad about it. Honestly, selfishly, I wanted them to keep being bad, so Devin Booker would come on to New Orleans, be home next
Yeah,
week.
no, he ain't going nowhere.
That was selfish on my end, but it's fun to see them play well, and Chris Paul being out there being a part of that.
And then you talked about the Nets and the
Oh yeah, and over on the Eastern Conference,
Bucks.
the Nets, score wise, and the way the players performed, it was like an old '80s game where Giannis had 49, Kevin Durant had 42, but then you look at the stat sheets, and it was nowhere near like an old '80s game. The Nets were 17 of 42 from the 3-point line, and the Milwaukee Bucks were 15 of 37. And that just didn't happen back in the day. But
Brian, this is what's funny about that. You'll be like, oh, they shot the ball well from the three. Again, going on 40% being a good shooting night.
Right.
But 15 or 37, you could have got some better shots close to look like.
Yeah, because, 40% looks nice when you just see it popping out on the page. But at the same time, it was the volume that got you there.
Right. I'm so missing the old post-up game. Okay, I'm over it. And raise the goal. I'm not going to say it again. Ja out here, he caught that fast break. Ooh, his head was by the rim. I was like, this makes no sense.
And Ja ain't about 6'4".
He like 6'3" or something.
Yeah.
Dude. And I know he got the bunnies, but man, I don't see too many. Even the rim so low. Look, Durant, Dwight Howard still look like he's Superman out there.
Speaking of things, the Lakers shouldn't have given up, and that's hard to say because.
Well, I was mad. I was like, okay, we got him back because he was a core piece of our defense, shot blocking, or at least being there as a threat. We have anybody that's afraid to go into the paint or thinking about it anyway. Like, I'm so scared Mark Gasol I ain't worried about him even making it over to the other side of the lane. And
it'll take him 3 weeks, bless his heart.
Drummond is not known for no shot block. He known for rebounding. And so So Plinko and what's your name? What's the coach's name?
I'm looking at his face.
Dude, get it together.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason Montrezl Harrell, who is your Energizer Bunny, if you need to go and look at some Magic Showtime footage, do so. Like they ran the ball and they shot jumpers and they still posted up. All this ISO, that's part of the problem, Brian. They run a lot of ISO. I don't know what they ran last night because again, I didn't see a game. And I don't see a lot of game. I wind up watching highlights, but it'd be ISO. And I'm like, you could ISO LeBron when he was 19 and 20. He not now, and he just coming off an injury. ISO with even if you get him on the block, it'd be like, Anthony Davis ain't scaring nobody like that on the block. Let's move the ball around, run a free-flowing offense. Whoever's get a shot win. Because they were starting to look decent, and they played more like a team when LeBron and Davis were out.
You
They
know,
just didn't have that, star which you need. But
I understand that y'all won the championship last year, and that's great. But how much better would you be feeling today if they'd have let it play out and LeBron's got a team of him, Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball?
well, he wouldn't have Zion, but
No.
he,
If
oh,
they
you
gave
saying we'd have
if
been
they
so
gave
off of
New
that?
York,
Yeah, yeah,
if they
we
gave
would
New
have been
York,
so
if they gave New
awful.
York
True.
Patrick Ewing, then no.
Yeah, they would have been off probably and would have got that first ball.
Because I'm looking here. I mean, just last night the Pelicans. Because I wanted to look up and see what they did last night. I missed their game, but they beat the Timberwolves. It was Saturday night. They beat Minnesota to stay in the playoff race. Zion had a game high 37. Lonzo had 33. Let's see, 33, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. And Ingram had a solid game as he continues his. Actually, no,
Bro,
he didn't shoot well, but he's
but
been at,
I suspect
right.
he played good defense with them long
Right. Well,
arms.
he's been had a string of games
Yeah,
where he's done well. So, and plus, yeah,
yeah.
like you said, his defense is very good. I
So
I
yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right. We could have had, and if we didn't win this whole, I'd rather us not have a championship and have a future than what we got now. Again, Anthony Davis, I like him. I just always was worried about him being injured when they was like, "Oh, let's sell everything." He's a generational talent, and he just like almost like Sam Bowie. He hurt all the time, and so
Well, they both did come from Kentucky.
well, here we go. There you go. There you have it. Something in the Kentucky water. The Lakers. I guess you got what you're gonna get out of that. One championship. I don't know that you're gonna get any more. Why didn't we run it back, Brian? I'm still mad about that. You see what Tampa Bay did? Let's
Yeah,
run it back. Run it back. You pay Rondo, whatever, and you win while you can. You know it ain't no guarantee that you make it to these championships. You pay whoever, whatever.
I mean, they're fixing to fall into a situation where they're right back to where they were.
Exactly. So you run it back. You keep Rondo. You keep the two centers. And if you want to try to go find a shooter somewhere, but just keep the team. They got the chemistry already. It ain't no building chemistry. Okay, I'm
I
over it.
wanted to. I didn't have this wrote down to talk about, but I just as I was thinking, and we had talked about it the other day. What is the Olympic team gonna look like?
Ain't nobody gonna be able to play. They're all hurt.
Yeah, I mean, all of our, and I'd even heard the other day somebody said on TV that LeBron was done playing his Olympic. I didn't realize he was done. I didn't.
He need
I,
to be done. He out here. He got this bum ankle. He gonna need to sit down somewhere when this season over. Whether they make it far into the playoffs or not, he's still gonna need to sit down. And he already talking about he'll never be 100%. You go over there and play all summer and see if you ever make it through 80% next year. So Davis, you hurt all the time. There's no way you should be trying to play in the Olympics.
yeah,
You
that's
got Murray. He probably would have made it. He gonna be on ACL. I don't know with Durant and all these hamstring problems if he should be trying to play. The same thing with the bearded one. Talking about he had a setback. Should he be trying to play in the Olympics? And I know they will, but good luck.
I mean, it's gonna be Steph Curry and a bunch of second tier players.
Right, and then the other team's gonna have like Joker gonna be playing for whoever if he play for his team. Like, cause a lot of the talent, yeah, Doncic or whatever his name, Dallas, he from another country. He probably played for his Olympic team.
Yeah,
Uh,
Luca, and Giannis will be on Greece with his brother.
right,
Spain will be
and
solid.
Gasol, and the Gasol brothers are probably, if they let them, they'll probably play for Spain.
And yeah, it's not. I'm not looking good for Pop. I'm worried about Pop and his.
Pop probably about to retire too. He been on the verge. I don't know what he waiting for. He ain't getting no older. I mean, no younger.
I can tell you what I think he's waiting for. He's waiting for confirmation that they're gonna give the job
The
to Vicky
the
Hammond.
young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna be the first. She been there. Just go ahead and start. I don't know what y'all been waiting for. I'm still waiting for it. We don't have enough college women in college coaching. Man.
I think it's like maybe 3. Like when Columbia told me to look it up one time. I think it's like 3.
They hitting deep on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Or in some little D1 FCS school. Zion can go to the Olympics. Kawhi
Yes.
may or may not play. Who else? Let's see.
Allegedly, he's dealing with a foot injury, according to his own mouth. He's been playing through a foot injury.
So he may not play. Bradley Beal, I think him and Jason Tatum, they might can come up with some good people.
Yeah, they could come on. The problem is the post players for Americans. Because we was trying to think of that the other day. Who was in the post?
They ain't gonna have no post player. So if anybody be running a real serious post game like they might over there, I don't know what they gonna do. Cause
and that's gonna be something that we get into when we return, because it'll be about that time. Playoffs will be coming in, and folks will be getting ready for the Olympics. So
Rudy Gobert is he from another country, ain't he? French or something?
France. Mm-hmm.
So I think even Dennis Schroeder from France.
Yeah.
So yeah. Devin Booker can play. Y'all can get a decent little guard, get Ja and
it's just about
Jason
that time.
Tatum and
it's about that time for that
forget it. So ain't nobody gonna. They got all kinds of rules. I with this virus out here, Brian. I know people talking about they got vaccine and they doing whatever. India's out there with problems. And it's probably some other countries that really ain't been able to get a control over. I wouldn't even be trying to send my athletes nowhere talking about trying to win a gold medal. And I know they work a lot to try to get to that point in some sports. But as far as like basketball, I'm like, we'll see y'all next time. These people that run track, they pretty much on teams or whatever they call them, clubs, and they can do what they want to do.
Yeah, Brittany Reese from down here where I'm from, she she's going after. This will probably be age-wise her last Olympics to participate in the long jump. So
yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, but basketball, y'all, track and field, they've been they've been running anyway in these different countries.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, so they've been out here figuring out how to get around protocols and how to manage stuff. But good luck.
Do you have any sayings that make no sense for us today?
You don't have none.
No, I can look.
Let me tell you, it's okay. It's okay. I got it.
Okay.
Hold on. It's okay, cause maybe you ain't you don't be around people. Brian, what's a Betsy bug? You crazy as a Betsy bug.
Man, you said that to me the other day, had me rolling.
Brian, what is that?
And
Let's Google Betsy bug. It could be a real bug that I didn't know name was Betsy. Cause sometimes you just don't know, and
also called a Bessie bug or a best bug refers to a 1.5-inch long shiny black beetle, also called a patent leather beetle, horn passalis.
Okay, and so why is this bug crazy though?
Look, it's a pinch bug. It's a pinch bug.
So the pinch bug, the best bug.
Hold on, wait a minute.
The Betsy leather beetle. Why is it crazy?
Why is a Betsy bug crazy? Cecilia from Indianapolis, Indiana,
oh, Lord,
recalls her North Carolina born grandmother will describe someone doing something stupid as crazy as a Betsy bug. The phrase alludes to a horn beetle, also known as a patent leather beetle. Oh, we already said all that. That makes a whirring noise when disturbed. So I guess that's why it's crazy.
See, this don't make no sense. Crazy as a bitch bug still don't make no sense after all that. All right, so because we don't know if these bitch bugs are crazy. This is near and dear to my heart, Brian. And this is one that sometimes I try to give one that make good sense. And you may not have heard this because this
you
might
laughing already. So
yeah, this might be in the region of I'll beat you like you stole the Lord's Supper.
I
Brian.
heard I beat you like you stole something, but
my peoples, they said I'll beat you like you stole the Lord's Supper. Now if you don't went out here and stole the Lord's, what they probably would have had some honey and some kind of bread and some olives or something. You know, if you don't went out and stole the Lord's Supper, you in trouble.
Right.
So that's one that's near and dear to my heart. I like that one. That makes sense. Yeah, because you out here stealing the Lord's Supper, we got a problem. Close but no cigar. Brian.
Never understood it. I said it a bunch of times, but never understood it.
So if I was closer, I would have got a cigar. And why do I want a cigar? Like, why is a cigar the award? I don't know. I don't know. Brian, it fell off the turnip truck. Now, I don't know if this is offensive in some kind of way. I don't know who worked on turnip trucks. I feel like I heard it somewhere, and I was like, fell off the turnip truck. I'm sure I heard that one before, and not really sure why you fell off the turnip truck. Yeah.
A little bird told me.
What the bird say?
When did the bird speak?
Oh, I thought you was coming up with something, but yeah,
no,
see, there we
that
go.
was mine.
There you go.
Here another one. I think we might have said this. A sight for sore eyes.
Well, when your eyes hurt, you do want to look at something that's pleasing. I guess.
This is true.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out when a bird said something.
They be out here talking to me when I go on my walks in the morning. Like, they tell me when the weather gonna be bad. So, you just gotta be paying attention and understand the language. A hard head make a soft tail. Not really sure how that go together.
Yeah.
Right.
Hilarious.
We be saying so much. And this, you gonna know the rest. You finish this. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Brian, why?
Don't know.
That ain't got nothing to do with the University of Florida, nothing. What we doing?
And just so we're clear, it's right over left, correct?
Yes. It's not up, it's right over left.
People do that wrong all the time.
Yeah, that's when they ain't been taught well. It's okay. We ain't teach everybody. Some people don't pay attention. They gonna do what they want to do.
Some people ain't had their classification. Anyway.
But Brian, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Yeah. Who came up with that?
Somebody deep in the bayou somewhere. So
these are the things. Now I know what a Bessie bug is, but I still don't know why it's crazy. Still don't. That's crazy. I'm sure I'll say something else. In 2 weeks, and I'll have to write it down.
Yes. So
and y'all gotta know, y'all people that listen to us. I know y'all don't heard something that we haven't said.
Yes.
Because I beat you like you done stole the Lord's Supper.
And maybe you have an explanation for something that we have said.
Right.
And we don't know. And you can send that explanation to our email address at the mattmartillo@gmail.com or at the Mac T Show on Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook and Twitter, excuse me. Yes, that's the mattmartillo@gmail.com for the email and at the Mac T Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So, did you get to see Equalizer?
No. Did they have?
Somebody told me it was good, and it's a new one, so I'm looking forward to that later on this
year. Shout out to Mama, so I'm gonna have to watch this morning.
Yeah, Equalizer was new. I was like, well, it's about time. I had given up on CBS.
I said to myself, I know as soon as I don't even look for it tonight, it's going to be a new episode. And there it was.
Indeed, it was.
Well, good. That gives me something to look forward to as I go into editing and continuing to chase my Emmy Award.
No,
and,
this is hilarious, y'all. This is what I'm dealing with.
People, as always, I am one of your hosts, your Emmy Award nominee,
Lord have mercy.
Brian Mackay. And I am with
T, do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God, Davis.
And we will see you all in a couple of weeks. This has been the Mac and T Show podcast. Thank you for listening.
This is the Mac and T Show. This is the Mac and T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. Hosted by Brian Mackay and T Davis. Yeah, you can't tame us. We're going to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mac and T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mac and T Show.